Great.
Chapter 6, The Highway Pact. The morning heat hit like a sucker punch. By 8:03 a.m., Los Angeles County was already simmering under a cloudless sky, baking the asphalt, boiling the nerves of anyone still stuck in the city. Remy led the way down a cracked side street toward the freeway on-ramp. Tina walked behind her like a soldier, baton swinging, Jazzy with a messy top bun and yesterday's fear still hanging on her shoulders clutched her tote bag like it held the last ounce of her sanity. The plan: get onto Interstate 10 and follow it east all the way to Rancho Cucamonga. The reality: freeways in a blackout are not highways, they're migration trails. When they crested the ramp, they stopped dead in their tracks. The freeway was jammed solid. Thousands of abandoned cars stretched like a metallic graveyard. Some still had doors hanging open, some still had luggage piled inside, and some had people camped between lanes like it was the end of the world. Remy scanned the scene. She didn't need a tactical report. This was desperation, raw and unfiltered. Holy influencer meltdown, Jazzy whispered. Tina muttered, "This is worse than Black Friday at the mall." They picked their way around the first wave of vehicles, staying close, heads down. People watched them as they passed, tired, hungry, calculating. Not everyone out here was friendly, and in a blackout, hungry can turn to hostile fast. A man in a dirty hoodie stepped out from behind a minivan. "You ladies got food?" he rasped.
Keep walking.
Remy murmured without looking. "I just need something," the man said, stepping closer. His hand twitched towards his waistband. Remy pivoted slightly, her voice low but sharp.
Don't.
That one word carried so much weight that the man froze, eyes narrowing. He read something in her stance, something that said she wasn't just another stranded commuter. They slipped past him fast. Jazzy exhaled shakily. "Girl, how do you do that? How do you make one word sound like a felony charge?" Remy smirked.
Command presence.
The survivor's market. About 3 miles down, they reached a cluster of cars that had turned into what Jazzy called a bootleg farmer's market. People were bartering bottled water for gas cans, trail mix for battery packs, and even shoes for cigarettes. A woman with pink braids was charging people $5 for a sip of melted ice water. Tina frowned. This is wild. Remy scanned the crowd. These pop-up barter spots could be useful or dangerous.
We don't need to shop.
She muttered.
We need to move.
But Jazzy spotted something shiny, a pair of athletic walking shoes laid out on a blanket. Her sandals were rubbing her raw. "Remy, wait, my feet are about to fall off." Remy hesitated. Seconds mattered out here, but so did morale. She gave her a curt nod.
2 minutes.
Jazzy crouched at the blanket. "Hey, how much for the shoes?" The seller was a wiry man with two white teeth, smiled. "One power bank, or something of equal value." Jazzy froze. She didn't have a power bank. She had lip gloss, a silk scarf, a half-eaten granola bar. Nothing useful. The man leaned closer. "We can work something out." Remy's voice cut through the air like a blade.
She said shoes, not negotiation.
The man's smile faltered. One look at Remy's squared shoulders and hand near her sidearm told him to pick a new victim. Tina grabbed the shoes, tossed the flashlight she wasn't using in exchange, and pulled Jazzy away. "Girl, stick with me. I speak apocalypse better than you." Jazzy slid into the sneakers like Cinderella surviving the Hunger Games. "Okay, okay, I can keep going now." The Pact. They walked in silence for a long stretch. Jazzy's mind buzzed with everything she'd seen. The barter, the chaos, the stares, the fear. Her influencer world of brunches, filters, and curated aesthetic suddenly felt like a fragile soap bubble that had popped in the heat. Finally, she spoke. When I got abducted that night, Jazzy said quietly, I thought that was it. I thought nobody was coming. Remy slowed a little, but didn't turn. But then this dude from my Instagram, someone I didn't even know like that, showed up. He was my story before the grid went down. He saw it and he tracked my location. He pulled me out. Tina's jaw tightened. That's real. I don't even know his last name, Jazzy said, but he risked his life, and now here I am with you. Remy finally looked at her.
The grid going down doesn't change one thing. The people who show up for you, that's who's real.
Jazzy swallowed. That's why I'm going back alone. I don't care. That's why I'm not going back alone. I don't care how tired I get. I'm sticking with y'all. Tina raised her hand. Amen to that. Remy hesitated. She wasn't a let's make a sisterhood pact type of woman, but she was a strategist, and she knew the truth. Lone wolves don't make it home. Teams do,
Fine.
Remy said.
We make it to Rancho together. No one gets left behind.
They stacked their hands like some messy, impromptu survival squad. Jazzy grinned weakly. Okay, but can we get matching hoodies after this is over? Tina snorted. If we survive, I'll buy a whole damn sweatsuit. The roadblock. As they moved further east, the freeway narrowed to a choke point, a barricade of flipped semis and burned out cars. The only way around was through a nearby neighborhood that Remy didn't like the look of. She squinted.
We detour south through Baldwin Park.
Tina's eyebrows shot up. Girl, that's gangland,
Yeah,
Remy said.
but it's also the only way forward.
Jazzy took a deep breath. Then we walk. The pact had been made. Turning back wasn't an option. The road home was only getting harder. But they weren't the same women who started this journey. Now they moved like a unit.